New back glide slash free rig bait from Bottom Up. Shimano expands their flash boost into the World Diver. And the latest limited edition Respect Series drop from Megabass. This is what's new this week at the Hook Up Tackle. Welcome to the Hook Up Tackle. The Hook Up Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackall, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hook Up Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King.
How's it going, buddy?
Top of the morning to you, sir.
Are you British? Top
Obviously
of the morning?
Not. I drink Orion.
Oh.
We are the Hook Up Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hook Up Tackle. We highlight new product drops, important restocks, drink beer. Good to be back.
Yeah, where
Jeff.
were you last week?
Thank you for holding
the
down
poolside?
the fort. I was chilling at the pool with
Yeah.
all the hotties.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Orion.
Yeah. Oh man, that was the dream. You know,
Now
I'm
you're-
definitely living it.
Now you're back here.
Tackle. You.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're not as pretty as the other ones.
Hell no, I'm not.
No. Although, give me a couple of these, Jeff,
Yeah.
and watch out. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Sorry I missed you guys last week, but we are back this week. Some exciting drops from Megabass, from Bottom Up, and more. So let's jump right into it, Jeff, shall we? Let's start right here with the latest edition of Respect Series drops from Megabass. You know, in fact, Jeff, why don't you just take it, okay? Do something special. Make your magic. All right, excellent job, Jeff. Give me some. Good job there, guy.
What a odd color.
So, this is the color Moth-LA OB. Let me take it out. So, this color was originally produced in the early 2000s. You're gonna actually like why they created this color.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Godzilla?
Gojira? Yeah.
Have you heard of Godzilla? There was an enemy of Godzilla called Mothra.
Yep.
That's actually what this color is designed. This is Mothra. Only in translation, it was lost as Moth-LA. So this was actually designed as a Godzilla color. In 2002, they produced it in the Dog X series, and so this is marking the first time that they have produced it in all of these baits that we're about to go through. So it's a really unique color in their scheme of things. Some of you are gonna look at this and think, what the hell is that? And some of you are gonna see this and you're gonna be drawn to it. So everybody here, like, we're kind of freaks about kind of orange bellies or like goldish pearl, so we're all into it. So it could look like a bug, it could look like a frog, it could look like a Godzilla creature, right? Any of those things are possible. So you basically have this beautiful kind of gold pearl body. It's semi-transparent, so when you hold up to light, the light does go through, but there's a lot of paint on this, right? So this is one of the more extravagant designs, I would say, in their color scheme. And then of course you have that orange belly. So one-time offering. I think a lot of you guys are gonna absolutely destroy on this. Smallmouth guys, trout guys, you're gonna crush them on these. A lot of you guys are going to collect this because it's never been done before in a lot of these baits. So I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on it. So here you go. Moth-LA. What do you think, Jeff? Does it look like a Godzilla creature?
I can see some resemblance of Mothra. If they make a Godzilla version that's like dark and it's got like
flames coming out of it
or
and
something,
oh my god, that'd be
together,
crazy.
Then
Yeah.
it'd be worth to get that
That'd be
one.
pretty cool.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have
So,
to talk to Megabass.
but yeah, see what you can do on that.
I got you
Jeff.
guys.
But for now, here you go. Mothra, or as the translation states, Moth-LA OB. Okay, so here you go. It is going to be available in an Ito Vision 110, of course. Now, this color really excelled high in the column. So you're going to see the majority of these items are shallow crankbaits, topwaters, things that you fish high in the column. So the ORC Burning Shad. 3 different griffins on this one. So SRX Griffin. All right, looks great in that. The Griffin Zero, of course. The SRX Cyclone. I still think one of the coolest crankbaits. Sad that that one is not in their lineup anymore. The SRX Quiet Griffin. It looks great in the crankbait. Of course, the Giant Dog X. So there's the throwback to what they used to make it in. Co-IU Slide Sinker. It's a nice little kind of underwater walking bait. Vibration X Battalion. I'm taking that one out because that looks dope. I don't know why I need a frog-colored Vibration X Battalion, but that looks sick. I dig. There you go, Vibe X Battalion. That's in the slow float, by the way. Pop X. And then a unique one.
Oh.
The iWing 135.
Very similar to Mothra because it's got wings.
Yeah. So that one's actually super, super sick. Okay. So, and we don't see iWings almost ever in Respect Series drops. So there you go, guys. There is the latest edition Respect Series drop. Now, I'm sure you noticed, Jeff, that something is missing. No Pop Max. Okay. Pop Max will be coming.
Oh.
There was a little snafu in the production of Pop Max.
Okay.
So Pop Max is actually going to be staggered behind. So here's the scoop, guys. If you guys have been collecting full sets, we always have 30 full sets available for you guys to purchase, because I know a lot of you guys are collecting them. If you purchase the full set, don't worry, we got you. When we get Pop Max in, we'll reach out to all of you, and if you want to add the Pop Max in, we'll give you the opportunity. So I don't want you to think that you're going to grab a full set and then be short something. You won't be. We'll make sure that it happens for you. So there you go. Definitely grab quick. It's going to fly out of here. Moth-LA OB from Megabass. Available while supplies last. All right, more new items from Megabass. And I say new because this is literally the first time in about 15 years that we've had these. Okay?
15 years?
Yeah, so they
when
are...
you were like, what, 10?
I was just a little baby.
Yeah.
Still in diapers, right? They're bringing back some favorites that a lot of us have been asking for in their soft plastic lineup. So this is going to hopefully start being a trend that we'll see more soft bait production. So here we go. The return of the tiny Xlayer is upon us. Now, this is a very, very popular drop shot bait. Let me take one out here for you guys. So the tiny Xlayer is designed to really be a super finesse drop shot bait. Now, you can use it like a fluke. The Xlayer line was always kind of like a flukish type line. This guy is going to have some, ribs on the side. It's got a semi-segmented tail. So you're going to see that it's going to have just a very natural action with very little movement. This is a simplistic soft plastic bait that's very finesse, very natural in profile. It should absolutely destroy for you guys that are smallmouth anglers, or if you guys are fishing largemouth and they're really, really picky on size, you could go with a number 3 or number 4 little nose hook light line, and you should absolutely be able to destroy them on this. So we see the return of 4 colors. So we see Wakasagi, which is what I have in my hands here. We see watermelon, so nice natural color. We see solid white, the opposite of nice natural color. And we see Oikawa. Here, I'll take an Oikawa out as well because I'm pretty sure watermelon and solid white makes sense. You can figure that out, all right? and there's a look at Oikawa. So just a really natural, almost fully transparent bait fish color with just a little flake and just a little hit of color on the back. So like all things Megabass right now, supply is a nightmare. So if this speaks to you, I would definitely scoop them up, grab enough to kind of get you through. I'm not sure when the next stock is going to come, but right now, while supplies last, the tiny Xlayer is back. While we are on small plastics, we also see a huge restock this week of the Megabass Hazedong.
Why do you keep
just because I wanted to see if you would
dong
catch it.
Part?
It's the Hazedong.
It's just Hazedong.
Or Hazedong. Hazedong.
The Japanese definitely does.
That's how it's pronounced, Jeff. Come on. Everybody knows this. Andrew, Hazedong or Hazedong? Yeah, exactly. See?
That's just racist.
Yeah, Hazedong. Yeah, Hazedong, Jeff. Come on. I should make a rap. So here you go. These are back in stock. I think that's what we were trying to say. 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch. If you guys aren't throwing the Hazedong,
it's gonna work.
we're gonna start hyphenating it. Another great drop shot bait. You can also use it as like a scrounger style bait. So you can use it like a fluke. You can use it as the 5-inch is great on the back of a chatterbait or a trailer. Just a very natural moving bait. You can Nika rig it. Lots of things you can do with this, but here you go. While supplies last, again, in all sizes, the Hazedong is back. Happy? Did I nail it that time, Jeff?
I know it.
God. We also see a big return this week in the brand new bait from Megabass. This is the Live-X Model 1. So these arrived for the first time, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. They flew out of here. We see a return in the colors. This is going to be one of those baits that's going to come in and out. So as much as I would love to keep them around and always in stock, because it's new, they're going to fly out. This is a great kind of crankbait, jerkbait hybrid, right? So you can do a lot of different things with this. You can twitch it, you can sweep it, you can just straight retrieve it. It's going to do all of those very well. It's designed to give the allure and the same movement as live bait underwater, thus the name Live-X. Okay, so this is going to be somewhere in that true like 1 to 2 meter dive depth. So you're going to be hanging, you know, in the shallower zone with this guy. But it's a fantastic bait, some really cool colors. So if you missed out or just looking to add to the arsenal, Live-X Model 1, back in stock. All right, we see a huge restock finally in the IxI Shad world. So if you guys have been waiting on any colors or sizes, thank you for your patience. We're finally seeing a reflush back from Megabass. So the IxI Shad Type Rs, all the colors are back. The IxI Shad Type 3, all the colors are back. And the IxI Shad TX, all the colors are back. Plus, we get a new color edition in that in Black Hole. So that's a very popular color in the other IxI, so that gets added to the line this week as well. So basically the difference is just dive depth, so depending on if you want to be shallow, mid, or deep, you have the option. So IxI's return from Megabass. While we are on restocks, we also see a big restock in Ito Shiner this week, specifically the GLX Galaxy Shiner, which is a color that has been missing for a while. A lot of you guys have been looking for. It's a perfect like late summer color to imitate a perch, a bluegill, a minnow. Definitely my favorite color. We talk about it a ton here, so I won't beat a dead horse, but here you go. It's a beautiful, natural, kind of transparent, perchy bluegill pattern. So those return from Megabass. We also see a huge restock this week in the Vibration X Ultra. So it's been a while since Japan has made these. It returns in all the key colors: Stealth Craw, GP Crack Lime Chartreuse, all the baitfish patterns, all back in stock from Megabass. We also see, and this is exciting for me, exciting for Andrew, exciting for Callan over here. Should be exciting for you too, Jeff, now that you're a trout guy.
Yeah, I went one time.
Right, so
and
you're a
I
trout
haven't
guy.
returned since.
The return of the Great Hunting flat side in the 45 and the 50 in all the key colors in the fast sink return. So this is one of our favorite BFS trout baits. All the colors you can imagine, right? So the chartreuses, the blues, the, you know, the trout type colors. If you guys fish BFS, you want this in your arsenal. If you fish trout, you want this in the arsenal. The Great Hunting Flat Side 50 Fast Sink has kind of been my starting point in BFS now for the last couple years, basically since it's been on the market. It's just a great bait that you can cast and just straight retrieve like a crankbait. It's going to cut through the current. It's going to have a great wobble to it. You can also pop it and jerk it and twitch it, and it will do all these great things. Word of caution, these are the craziest hooks you're ever going to use. Okay, so if you are fishing ultra light line, like 2 pound, 3 pound, and you're fishing for trout, something with a delicate mouth, and you're going to give them a lot of play, these hooks are amazing. Okay, they hook them great. If you're fishing anything heavier than that, like 4 pound and up, or like a bass or anything that might have a hard mouth, you're going to want to swap these for like a Owner ST36 or some type of normal treble that won't snap. Okay, so just word of caution there, so you guys can decide. But there you go. While supplies last until all of our guys buy it all, I think is going to be what's going to go down. The Great Hunting Fast Sinks, back in stock. All right, while we're on little baits, let's talk about the opposite. Mega Dogs return. In fact, all topwater is back. It has been super bleak in the Megabass world for topwater baits during topwater season. So if you guys have been waiting, now is the time to scoop it up, from frogs to buzz baits to hard baits. So Mega Dogs return. Giant Dog X return in all the colors. Dog X Diamantes are back in all the colors. Pop Maxes are back in all the colors except for the Respect Series color, of course. But all the normal colors are back. And then Pop X return as well. So if you guys have been waiting on any Megabass topwater, great week to scoop them up, back in stock. And a couple other quick restocks. Magdrafts have been super hot. We see a return in all the key colors: albino pearl shad, whiteback shad. We see silver shad come back, MB gizzard, Biwako shad. So if you guys have been waiting on Magdrafts, both in rigged and freestyles, those return from Megabass. And then we also see a huge restock in slow roll SV3. So this is the Japan only version. So in the US they do a double willow, in Japan they do the slow roll, which is basically just the Colorado willow, right? So those return, as well as 5/8 double willow from Japan. So if you guys have been waiting on any SV3s, this is a great time to scoop those up. Those are back. And then finally we see a restock from Megabass in the Rapid Bag. So you guys know that we're all just a bunch of bag whores over here. I mean, I have like 9 million different bags. How many bags do you have, Andrew? Yeah. So how many bags do you have, Jeff?
Like 4.
Oh, that's a lot. I thought you were gonna say 1.
Oh no, I
you
got
usually
like 4.
squash my ideas.
I got 4.
Nice. So the Rapid Bag is a very simple hip pack. It can be worn as a sling as well. It's got the ability to, you can put like a rain jacket or something under here with compression straps. Got all the molly webbing and stuff to attach. Different compartments, you can fit lunch boxes, all that kind of stuff. So these are available in a camo and a black. So if you guys are doing some shore fishing, some hiking around, great time to scoop those up. Those are back. All right, let's jump over to Bottom Up. Been a while since we've had a resupply from Bottom Up. We see restocks on some key items, and we see some new drops, new baits, new colors, new sizes. So let's dive in. We're gonna start right here. This is the brand new bait from Bottom Up. This is the Bottom Up Hurry Slide. Now, if you're familiar with Bottom Up, you know that they like to take bait ideas, bait concepts, and they like to kind of make them their own, give the bait a slightly different action, slightly different look, something different than what's already on the market. So the Hurry Slide is designed to be a back glide bait, but it's also a great one to use as a free rig. You can punch it, you can Texas rig it. What's unique about this bait as a back glide bait is obviously it's going to have an amazing back glide to it, as you would expect, right? It's gonna have a great kicking action as it falls, but they designed this back glide bait to be able to glide and lift and glide and lift and glide and lift without the bait moving away. So you can keep the bait kind of in the zone as long as you want without pulling it too far out of the zone. A very unique bait. So if you're fishing in a tree or in a bush, or maybe in a very specific area where you kind of need the bait to fall and then lift and then fall and then lift and kind of just stay in the fish's face, this can be an absolute killer for you. You Freer guys are going to love it as well because it does fall horizontally and has just a very natural light little kick with these front tentacles and of course the little quivers from the little legs on the side. So it's available in 10 colors, anywhere from green pumpkin, dark cinnamon blues. There's some really sexy kind of shrimp colors in this as well. So definitely scoop those up. Excited to get a new offering from Bottom Up. That is the Hurry Slide, new this week. We also see a big restock from Bottom Up in some of their key plastics. The Frish returns. The Frish is a bait that we talk about a lot. This is a great kind of paddle tail minnow-shaped bait. You can drop shot it. It's amazing on the Biwa rig or a little ball head. So all the key colors come back in the Frish, so you can scoop those up. Maybe, as crazy as this sounds, like I know you love your bug baits, Jeff, one of the best-selling soft plastics of the year so far, the Scooper Frog, returns in all colors. So I know a lot of you guys have been dying to get your hands back on these. Everything returns. The blacks, the whites, the green pumpkins, the pinks. I mean, everything is back in this guy. I think by now everybody's probably familiar with the Scooper Frog, but just in case you're not, let me open one up real quick. The Scooper Frog is a very cute, small-bodied little frog. It is made out of an elastomer material, so it's going to have a super high float and a great durability. Now, don't purposely start yanking on things because it is really small. You can pull hard enough and snap it off, but what you'll find is that you're going to get a ton of durability out of this when rigged properly. It's got a perfect little head shape here, so as it comes through the water, it pops and pushes, and these back legs catch and cause it to just have this really beautiful kind of froggy leg motion, little side to side, and this great kick. A lot of guys are also using it on a Jika rig, on a free rig, on a jig rig, something like that, and pulling it down in the water and giving the fish a different look as it falls as well. So stoked to get these back. I tried to get as many as I could. I hope there's enough to go around because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on it. So if you're one of those, definitely scoop them up. The Scooper Frog is back. All right, we also see some new color drops and some new sizes in the Volup swimmer. This is an amazing paddle tail swim bait. Definitely a swim bait that's worth adding to your arsenal if you guys throw paddle tails. I know that this lane just gets crushed. Every brand has a paddle tail. This is one of those few that are actually different and worth putting into the line. So we see some new colors. We see Pearl Shad, Real Fish, Magic Shad come in the 4.2 inch and the 3.3 inch. We see color expansions as well. Sexy Shad, Pearl Shad, right? So you've got some new colors to go there as well. If you guys aren't familiar with the Volup swimmer, this is going to be a unique shape. You can see it's almost a triangle. And going back to kind of the bottom-up philosophy, a lot of bottom-up is designed, you know, a lot of baits are designed to have this kind of vertical movement, up and down kind of movement as it moves through the water. And, you know, bottom-up, through studying baitfish, and you guys can all kind of do it yourself as well, you know, baitfish move side to side. Right? So as a fish swims, it goes side to side and less up and down. And it's really kind of the concept in a lot of the bottom-up baits is that they're going to have action, but they're just going to have different action. It's going to be more of a natural type action. This just has an amazing vibration to it, almost. You can even feel it in the rod with the shape of the bait and how it moves and how it vibrates going through the water. You guys will love this. So check those out. New colors in Volup Swimmer from Bottom Up. We also see 3 new colors in the Bulls Hog 3-inch. We see a Scuppernong Blue Flake, we see Kuwasi, and we see a new color in Pearl Shrimp. So the Bulls Hog is a craw type bait. Again, it's going to look very similar to something like an OSP Doe Live Beaver, right? But you're going to notice that the tentacles have segments in them. They're designed to have less of this kind of up and down action and more of a side to side movement as it moves through the water. So just a different look. Extremely effective, a lot of things you can do with it. Here's a look at the new pearl shrimp color. So 3 new colors in the 3-inch Bulls Hog from Bottom Up. We also did a huge restock in the Bulls Hog Daddy, so if you want the next size up in more of a true, kind of 3.6-inch size, these are available again. Green pumpkins and cinnamons and all the normal colors, those return. All right, more new Bottom Up. This is actually quite a bit more new than I thought, just looking at it. So one of our best selling spinnerbaits of the year, the Beeble. Returns in pretty much all the colors. This has been a 1/2 ounce tandem willow or double willow type spinnerbait that has this kind of unique blade in the front that gives it some added vibration, added flash. We see some new colors added. We also see the brand new 3/8 ounce size added in the Beeble, so it's been in just 1/2 ounce up to now. Now there is a 3/8 ounce, so this is going to be great. This time of the year we need to keep it a little bit higher in the column, fishing over shallow grass or shallow cover. So here's another look really quick at the Beeble. So you've got custom design blades here. You've got this special blade in the front that as the water pushes against it, it's going to vibrate back and forth, and it's going to give extra flash, extra sound, extra vibration. It's going to turn it into almost a very subtle chatterbait style movement. It's super, super subtle, but it's just different enough to where it changes the action and you get bites that you might not be getting throwing a traditional spinnerbait. So really excited to get these back. The 3/8 ounce size is going to be a great addition. There's also the brand new addition of the tandem willow. So if you guys like something that's a little bit harder hitting, you can go with the tandem willow instead of the double willow. The tandem willow is going to kind of have an Indiana style blade and a willow. So instead of just going Colorado willow, it's more of an Indiana. It's a custom shaped bait that works perfect with that front blade element on there. So a bunch of new colors, new sizes, new blade combinations from Bottom Up. Those are available now. We also see the addition, because Jeff, I know you like your little mini spinnerbaits, right? The Chibeeble also returns. So the Chibeeble is a small little finesse version. This is going to be in a 1/4 ounce version, okay? These are all going to be double willow. So again, super, super finessey. Let me just take one out and I can show you the difference between the Beeble and the Chibeeble. Same concept all the way around. You're going to have that front blade element. You're going to have the custom shaped blades on the bait. So here you have a traditional Beeble. These are kind of fun words to say, by the way. Mm-hmm. Traditional Beeble, Chibeeble, okay? So you can see that the Chibeeble is just a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, and a 1/4 ounce versus a 3/8 or a 1/2. So it just gives you a different element. Maybe you're shore fishing, pond fishing. You can see that front element is much smaller as well. Or maybe you just need to downsize your presentation. So there you go. Everything's in from Bottom Up. All right, and then finally from Bottom Up, we see 2 new sizes and 4 new colors in their Gap Jig. So the Gap Jig is a small finesse tungsten kind of pitching jig, right? So we talk about pitching and flipping jigs all the time. This is giving us a real compact, real downsized version for more finesse approach, but still with the right head to come through the cover, the right hook to have good hook sets, so on and so forth, right? So all the sizes return. So if you want the heavier sizes, those are available as well. But 2 smaller sizes are available now in the 3.5 gram and the 5 gram. 4 new colors. So there's some pearl shrimps, there's some whites, there's a black Tanaga, which is a real sexy color, and then just the straight black. Let me just take this out real quick and let you guys get a taste of the profile just in case you're new to it. So here's a look at the new black Tanaga color, just a real natural, almost green pumpkin type color. So you can see it's got that perfect shape head for coming through cover. If you're fishing a mix of cover, rock, wood, weed, it's perfect for that. You've got a nice big wide gap hook, so you're going to get lots of hook penetration. Even though it's short shank, it's small and finessey, you're going to get a great hook set on it. It's got the bait keeper, it's got the hand-tied skirt, it's got everything that you would want from a little tungsten jig, just in a super, super compact jig. So now you can be really finessey, but still power fish. So there you go, new colors, new sizes, Gap Jig from Bottom Up. All right, we see some new color drops from Jackall in the Diggle 4 Plus and Diggle 5 Plus. We see the addition of Dark Thunder in some sizes and Chartreuse Shad in some sizes. The Diggle is just a great deep diving crankbait. This used to be a Japan only product. Now Jackall USA is bringing these in, so the availability is going to become much more regular. It's got a very unique shaped lip to just give a different dive, a different deflection, a different motion. Got that nice kind of one knock sound. So I know a lot of you guys are throwing deep cranks this time of the year. This could be a great addition to your line. So that is the Diggle from Jackall. We also see some new color additions in the Dunkle 7. So clear shad and natural IU are added. Plus we see a restock in all the other sizes. The Dunkle is just a great, maybe Magdraft alternative, I would say. It's got a hard kind of core to it, right? So it's going to have a different head movement, a different shape, just a really good swimming, you know, soft plastic paddle tail swim bait. So if you guys are looking to just change it up a little bit, the Dunkle could be a great addition. So some new colors arrive in that guy. All right, from Shimano, we only see a couple of colors. This is going to be a bait that's going to leak in probably every week. We're going to see new color additions over the next few weeks from Shimano, but this is the new Shimano World Diver. So this is featuring the new Flash Boost technology. Oh my God, I need to take it easy. I'm a third way through a beer. You're looking cute too, Jeff.
Thank God.
Yeah, things are finally starting to happen here. Happy Sunday to me. And I am absolutely destroying this package. Sale on this one.
My goodness.
I mean, how many fucking things do they need? This package. Jesus Christ, look at this. Hold on.
Yeah, relax.
Man, that was
lightheaded.
That was exhausting. All right, there we go. So there's a look at the new World Diver, basically the deep diving version of the World Minnow from Shimano. Features that flash boost. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't say it. You know why? I'm not meant to throw this. I'm a Megabass jerkbait guy. Megabass doesn't want me to sell this jerkbait. So there you go. Somebody please buy this so I never have to talk about it again.
What's inside of it again?
An internal weight transfer system.
What's the thing that moves side to side?
The shiny thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a flashy shiny thing.
Got it.
Flash boost. Hell yeah. Nailed it. So there you go. Couple of colors. This nice little morning dawn color. I tell you the color, but I literally just threw a temper tantrum and threw the package over there, so I don't know the name of it. Something morning dawn.
There you go.
And then this little chartreuse head guy. So couple colors. Knock yourself out. The new Flash Boost World Diver from Shimano, available now. Crushed that one.
What are you doing?
All right, walking topwater baits. It is the season. It's going to be the season for the next probably 5 or 6 months. We see a big restock in Kicknocker pups. This is one of our favorites. So if you guys have been looking for certain colors, lime eye, chartreuse shad, chartreuse shiner, so on and so forth, all back in stock. We should hopefully see our custom colors plus a new custom color coming down the pipe in the next few weeks. Okay, so hang in there with us. But for now, we see a big restock in pups. The other bait that we throw all the time, the shower blows, everything returns. So all sizes in the 125 size, which is kind of the main size, everything returns. In the 105 size, everything returns. So if you guys have been waiting on shower blows, if you've been waiting on Kicknockers, now is the time. Everything is back in stock. All right, Jeff, and real quick, I just wanted to touch base on a couple items that we got in new last week, and you touched base on them last week. I just wanted to expand a little bit beyond what we talked about last week and make sure people know the full extent of what's possible. Is that cool? Imakatsu Javashad IS Plus. Okay, so this is a really cool bait that is, obviously it looks like a Senko or a stick bait style, and it is absolutely designed to have that type of action, right? But what you're gonna notice is what's unique about this is that it's got these kind of skeleton grooves through the middle here, okay? Imakatsu built this bait to give you guys the flexibility to make this bait do whatever you want it to do. Okay, so it's giving the control back to us to be able to tweak it if we wanted to. So if we take it out of the package as is, it's gonna basically be like a Senko style bait. It's gonna have this beautiful kind of quiver. It's gonna have this nice little tail kick. You can use it on jackhammer. You showed it last week as a trailer, right? It's great for that. Now, what you can do with this bait is if you want to alter it, all of these ribs can be cut, right? So let's say you wanted this bait to have more of a side-to-side movement and have a little snakier movement. You can literally come in here and cut these grooves out. All right, so you can cut those side grooves out, and now you're going to have a bait that's going to have this much snakier movement to it. So you can fish it on a little ball head, you can fish it on like a flashy swimmer. It's going to have a much more lifelike swim to it, and you could do the same thing going the opposite way. If you wanted the bait to have more of an up and down movement, you could cut the top fins and leave the side fins, and you're going to give it more of a dolphin type kick. So you can take all of them out, you can take one out, you can take two out, you can really tweak it to your liking. It's a very unique, very innovative bait that I think is definitely worth taking a look at if you throw this style bait. So there you go. It's available in a 5.5 inch size. It's available in a 4.5 inch size, a 3.5 inch size. So you could go small, you can go big, lots of different choices you can do. But that is the Javashad IS Plus from Imakatsu. Those are available now. And we also got another big restock this week in the Huddle Swimmer Elastomer. We spent a lot of time last week, both on Instagram and Jeff in the What's New video, talking about this bait. This is basically an elastomer version of the Huddle Swimmer. So, you know, Ken Huddleston and Imakatsu worked together to create basically a small version of the Huddleston swim bait in more of a 3.5 and a 4.5 inch size. It's made out of an elastomer material, so it's going to be super durable, but it's also going to be super buoyant. So one way, I mean, you can do a lot of different things with this. You can throw it on an A-rig, you can fish it however you would normally fish a paddle tail. But one way that Jeff and I have been playing with this week is just on a weighted swim bait hook, like a twist lock hook. And if you fish this thing on the bottom like a jig, just very, very slow, or like a worm, and just drag it, it has incredible action, incredible buoyancy, and because it's made out of that elastomer, it stands up high and just has that real slow, natural wobble. I think you guys are going to catch a ton of fish on this if you try it and implement it. So definitely worth a stab looking at. A bunch of colors, several different sizes from Imakatsu. That's the Huddle Swimmer Elastomer, available now. Okay, a couple of quick reel updates to tell you about. The brand new Bantam from Shimano arrived a couple weeks ago in the 6-to-1. We see the 7-to-1 arrive this week. Again, this is a Shimano doing, okay? This is right hand only. No lefties allowed.
Stay out, lefties.
Right. Yeah. Has a dongs for lefties.
What?
That's what they get.
Oh, gosh.
It's never going to get old,
That
Jeff.
shit's for the birds, dude.
So here's a look at the new Bantam. Definitely one of the sexiest reels that we have in store. Everyone here has always been a fan of the Bantam. Made in Japan, super smooth, just, it's a badass reel, right? So for you righties, here you go. 7-to-1s available now, so you got your choice between 6-to-1 and 7-to-1. So either way you go. Lefties, just buy Daiwas. Shimano doesn't care about you, right? So we got you there, okay? So there you go. The new Bantam 7-to-1 right hand, available now. And then speaking of Daiwa, Jeff, probably the finest piece of fishing equipment ever created.
Ooh.
The 2022 Exist returns in the 2400 and the 4000 size, okay? So, here you go. It's just like real porn. It's just beautiful. So, absolutely exquisite, just an amazing reel, ultra smooth, much lighter than the previous version. The 2500 is going to be the high speed, so for you guys fishing bottom contact, drop shot, free rig, so on and so forth, this is going to be the size you're going to want. The 3000 is going to be a low speed, so that's going to be a better option for you if you're throwing, I don't know, jerk baits, reaction baits, that kind of stuff. So I can't say enough great things about the 2500. It's just amazing. The new Exist is just, it's flawless. The old Exist was freaking mind-blowing as well. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. They've been flying out of here as fast as we can get them. So if you are in that court and you've been waiting on the Exist, look, it's $860. There's no way around it. It's freaking expensive. But it's just one of those levels that once you have used it and you know what this can do, you don't even care anymore. So there you go. If you've been waiting, the new Exist LT 2500 from Daiwa, back in stock. All right, let's fly through some rods real quick, some important restocks. These guys came back a couple weeks ago and flew out. These are the Valkyrie World Expedition travel rods. All of the swim bait models are back. So the 7.8 heavy, the 7.11 extra heavy, the 8-foot double extra heavy, all return. These are badass multi-piece rods in the $350 price range for throwing deep cranks, glide baits, soft baits. Nice, parabolic, lightweight, super strong, super sexy. So if you guys are looking for swim bait rods, this is one to definitely consider, the Valkyrie World Expeditions return. And while we're on swim bait rods, we also see a big restock in the Leviathan, both in Orochi XX as well as Levante. So these are the amazing kind of 2 to 8 ounce, do everything all around swim bait rods from Megabass. I can't say enough great things about these, both of these. The Orochi is gonna be in that $399 price point, Levante in the $250 price point. For what you get bang for the buck for these guys, if you guys are looking for one rod to kind of just do everything, this is where you should definitely put your attention. Jeff, I know that you throw these. Thoughts on Leviathans?
Like you said, they're just a great rod to do anything and everything. I mean, for the price, that Levante is just literally unbeatable.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did a video talking about some budget-friendly rods, and I said in the beginning of it, like, hey, if you just want a swim bait rod to pretty much throw anything you would want, that Levante at $250 is literally unbeatable. At all the other rods, even the cheaper rods that are $100 less, I still tell them to just, for the money, just spend an extra $100 and you get a much better rod, and it just shows, dude.
Agreed. And they're light. You don't need a huge reel. In fact, we were talking about, reels on these.
Yeah.
Right? You can go with a 300 size reel.
Yeah.
You can put it on there and have a big, beefy swim bait setup.
Yep.
But you can easily put a 200 on there too.
Oh, dude. 200 Tatula fits so good on that thing.
Yeah. And it feels great in HD, a Tatula 200. Like,
yep.
You don't need to have a big, giant setup to have an amazing time with these rods. So there's the commercial. They're back in stock.
Yeah.
And we're only hitting them over your guys' head because it's definitely worth considering. So if you guys are on the edge of, do I get a swim bait rod, do I not get one? These are just so easy to use. You're not gonna feel like you have this big giant, it's not this like crazy King of Baccarat TS Destroyer investment in monstrous rod, right? It's gonna feel just like a normal rod but can handle all that stuff. So those return. We also see just in time for deep cranking season, the Orochi XX launcher also returns. This is, no question, hands down, I'll fight anybody, the best deep crank rod ever made. This is the one that we all throw. I own probably half a dozen of these. It's just the shit. It's the one that you want. So if you guys are throwing anything from, a Big M to an 8XD to a Big Duo, Big Lucky Craft, any of those larger, deeper diving baits, it handles all of it, right? So definitely worth checking out if you guys have been waiting on a deep crank stick. The launchers return. Those are back. All right, and a couple quick restocks to point out in NRX. We're seeing a pretty good flow of NRX come back down the pipe. This week we see the 822 SYR return. This is kind of like the little light duty windbuster, I would say. Got the very, very similar action to a windbuster, nice and parabolic through the middle, just in a lighter action. It's just a great all-around stick. Those return. In casting, we see the 893 and the 894 returns. These are 7.5 jig and worm rods. If you guys have been waiting for those, excellent time to scoop those up. Those are back. Then we had our real porn time, so let's just end the day on some rod porn.
Oh no, what rod do you have, sir? Oh,
we
no.
see a restock in a few select models of the Megabass Arms Super Ligera.
Oh.
So these,
it says it in the name. They're super.
Just when I touch them, it's just
it's a crazy rod.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Super Ligeras, these are going to be available as left hand or right hand grips, right? So what that means, if you guys aren't familiar with them, is they're going to be ergonomic to your hand, right? So this is a right hand grip, so you can see it's ergonomic to my right hand behind the reel. So which one do you choose? If you guys hold your rod behind the reel here while you retrieve and one with your left hand, and get a right hand. If you're the opposite way, get a left hand. Now, I usually hold my rod up at the reel, right? So I'm not usually holding my rod back here. So I choose the rod based on the hand that I cast with. So for me, I cast with my right hand, right? So I have my right hand here and I cast this way. That's just super comfortable for me. And then I transfer it over to my left hand because that's the right way to do it, and then wind with my right, okay? So either way is fine. I own both left and right, and honestly, it's not that big of a difference, but I would go with the hand that you cast with. That seems to be the most comfortable. There's some new colorations, there's some new blues and some reds and some different things in here. So the two models we see, this guy is the 7206. So this is the 7.2 power, 3/8 to 2 ounce lure rating. They're all gonna have dragons. Some will have a gloss carbon handle on them, right? Jeff, let me have you hold that. The other model is the 7004XG. So that is the glass rod. That's just a great little square bill rod, small little jackhammers, super sexy. And then some of them will have this matte carbon as well. And you can see when you hop online, it'll tell you exactly which models are available. So these are all custom built. We have them build a handful for us, I don't know, every quarter, right? We get a little bit of a batch in so that we can bring them to you guys, and you don't have to wait the 12 to 18 month turnaround time that it would take for you to custom build them. So we put all the best stuff on these, right? So there's nothing that you guys could possibly want that's not on these sticks. So beautiful rods, made in Japan, just exquisite rods. So there you go. Arms, Super Ligeras, while they last. Check them out. Available again from Megabass. All right, guys, that is a wrap for this week. That's some cool stuff. Jeff, thank you for spending Sunday morning with me.
Yes, it was actually a pretty good episode.
You know what?
Even though there wasn't a whole lot of different brands, Bottom Up came through with some fire.
Yep.
Megabass as always.
Yep.
Surprise Jackall.
Yeah, some new stuff coming through the pipe from them. The Exist, the arms. I mean, just I got to play with some really fun things.
Yes.
You know, the Hazedong. Am I right? You know what? Where were my manners today, Jeff? I didn't even offer you a beer.
Well, because you became smart.
Were you going to turn me down?
Well, obviously I was. I'm not an alcoholic. Give me another like 5 years and then I might become an alcoholic.
Okay, I look forward to this. All right, guys, on behalf of myself and Jeff and Cal and Ethan and Jamie and Andrew and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, guys, thank you so much for your business. Thank you for your support. Thank you for giving us time on your Sunday morning. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Catch a lot of fish, hug your family, drink as many Orions as you can. Cheers, my friends. If you have questions on anything, drop them down below. I will get to them. We will see you on the next episode. Happy weekend, everyone. Peace.